Alright guys, it's fine. Everyone can relax. EA have explained why they added all those terrible progression-based loot boxes to Star Wars Battlefront 2. It's to protect us from the worst thing in the galaxy, Pink Vader. Darth Glam. Darth Fabulous! The sexy Sith. Father to Luke Pinkwalker. Darth Pader. No, I broke it. Alright, this is one of those stories where someday we will stop talking about it. But that day is not today, my friends, because EA's Chief Financial Officer, Blake Jorgensen, came out and gave a little explanatory-no about why we got all those terrible loot boxes. He said that we could have put cosmetic loot boxes in the game. You know, we could have put in costumes and different skins and different hairstyles and different colored lightsabers and different colors of whatever the fuck this thing is. But no, we didn't do that because we wanted to protect the integrity of the Star Wars canon. And as we all remember, Attack of the Clones did feature a 50-minute scene where they just sat there and opened loot boxes. Blake went on to say, and I quote, "It's an amazing brand that's been built over many, many years. And so if you did a bunch of cosmetic things, you might start to violate the canon, right? Darth Vader in white probably doesn't make sense versus in black. Not to mention, you probably don't want Darth Vader in pink." Oh really, Blake? Why don't you tell that to baby Dolores? Sorry, Dolores, you look like shit. Look, Blake, we can all agree no one wants Pink Vader. Little Dolores can fuck off. Actually, now I'm looking at it, maybe we do want Pink Vader. Look, Blake, we all want Pink Vader. The weird thing is that of all the things in all of Star Wars for you to come up with, Pink Vader is the one thing you could think that you go like, oh, if we put Pink Vader in the game, then it would ruin it for everyone. Well, you don't have to put Pink Vader in the game. That's the thing, Blake. In all of Star Wars, in all of the entire history of that galaxy far, far away, Darth Glam is all you could come up with. Put in other costumes from other characters. I mean, what you're basically saying is that every character in Star Wars wears the exact same item of clothing from birth until death. They never change. They never change their hairstyles. They never change their underwear. They don't put on fancy clothes when we go out. But then there's the at-home drinking blue milk clothes. But I mean, in Star Wars Battlefront, Han Solo has a beard. I don't remember him having a beard in the original trilogy. Where did the beard come from? The beard is a cosmetic. Let me put a beard on everything. And also this excuse that it's not part of the Star Wars canon. I've played your game. You had Darth Maul fighting alongside Rey. That is Phantom Menace fighting alongside whatever the new one is. Blake then goes on to say, it wasn't as easy as if we were just building a game around our own IP where it didn't matter. It matters in Star Wars because Star Wars fans want realism. Marilyn Blanc. And this is what's so upsetting about Disney's sort of stranglehold on the Star Wars IP. We've seen in the films where it feels like every time a director wants to take it in a place that's a little, not even controversial, just like trying something new, experimenting a little bit. You know, the reports we're getting is that the suits come in and they go, no, you can't do anything out of the ordinary with this. This is Star Wars. This is worth way too much money to us. And it's strange to think that, you know, someone would play Battlefront and then they would go see The Last Jedi. They go, hang on a second, who's this lady up on screen with a ponytail? Rey, as everyone knows, has her hair down, cut layered in balayage style. Burn the imposter! So this is just a classic example of companies continuing to dig holes for themselves. Because we know why you put the loot box progression stuff in there. It's because you wanted to make money. You wanted to just make more money by putting that in there. And so to come out and say, we did it out of integrity, I'm sure at some point there was a conversation where they went, look, we really don't want Darth Glam in the game. We just think that that's not a good look for Darth Vader. And fine, you're allowed to do that, that's totally fine. But I think it's crazy to think that you couldn't add a character, like just give Rey a couple of different outfits. Give Han Solo beard and not beard. Give Chewie, and then like bald Chewie. We know he's bald underneath there, and at some point in his teenage years, he would have experimented with kind of just shaving all that off. He just wants to see, maybe during the summer months, it gets really hot on that planet with the two suns. And we would have respected EA more if you just came out and said, this was a failed attempt at figuring out a payment system for games moving forward. Because that's what you're trying to do, and we understand that. We don't necessarily like how you did it, but we understand that that's what you feel like you need to do. So then a dialogue could start happening. But these excuses just pile on top of one another, and this is just another example of that thing of going like, oh, we added in these loot boxes, and we're gating off the progression, but we're saying that it's enhancing the experience, and now we're saying that the loot boxes weren't there with cosmetic items in them because we feel like it would ruin the Star Wars canon. And you've even admitted that maybe you're looking at going forward and adding, you know, different colored lightsabers to the game and all that sort of thing, and I'm sure those different colored lightsabers will cost $30 each. But because of all these lies and all of this just blame shifting and trying to like distract us with one hand while you charge us with the other, your market price, EA, has dropped by $3 billion. And it's not the end of the world, it's still up 39% as opposed to 2017, but wiping $3 billion off your market price is cray. Even more cray than Pink Vader. What do you guys think about this whole canon argument? Do you think that Star Wars is that sacred that you're not allowed to play around and have fun with it? And if you do, can you suggest in the comments some outfits and skins for these characters that would be Star Wars appropriate, not going full Dolores?